So it was funny to me. I had a coworker one day was talking, and they were surprised when I told them that I was an introvert. You're like, "You're an introvert? No way!" I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, because I don't think it necessarily has to look a certain way. There's a general disposition for introverts. Yeah, I guess you could say general perceived disposition, but I don't think it has to necessarily look one particular way. There's levels to our particular humanity. You know what I mean? Like me, I can be in the house or whatever, but I also like being out. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they call that the ambivert or whatever. Y'all like trying to, For me, I'm like, sometimes I don't like to be bothered with people. I sometimes have to really plan. Like, I don't think people understand the levels of like how I have to actually like the depths of planning that goes into me just interacting with people. It's definitely not seamless all the time. I have my social awkwardnesses for sure. I'm not always quick on my feet verbally. I'm quick-witted writer, but I'm not always quick on my feet verbally. Sometimes I have 1,000,000,001 things I say after the fact, right? So, and I'm not always ready to deal with people all the time, but I also like dealing with people, depending on the environment. I think I like dealing with people in the controlled situation of certain environments that bring me joy and bring me peace. I think that's what's most valuable to me. And wherever I am, I can make that anywhere, really, right? But if I'm forced to be a certain place, I gotta know that it's somewhere in the environment I can make it my own, to where I can functionally deal with people and not have it be painstakingly a psychological trip. So I think it's just I thought that was a surprising thing to me to hear that bit of surprise and shock. So I was surprised and they were surprised. I don't know, I guess it was the way when we conversed, like the way I told my stories and things like that. Sometimes I don't think about the stuff that I've done and the way that I've necessarily lived, like that's some grandiose thing or that feels like it's extroverted or anything like that. So I don't know, maybe I'm just not thinking about it deeply enough. Like, yeah, I went to Africa. Yeah, I went to South America. Yeah, I've done mission work. Yeah, I farm. I do MMA. I do all these different things. I make music. I've dropped albums. I've performed in different places. All these things. And I'm not to say it nonchalantly, but I feel like with the work that I put into want these things to happen, they should happen. So I don't think it has to necessarily be anything extroverted or whatever the case may be, but maybe that's viewed differently from different folks. So I don't know. So it was funny. Because I feel like, I just talk. And if I enjoy the conversation, if I enjoy the topic we're talking about, I'll talk. And I don't have a problem with that. I'm open. I always say I'm an open book. And I enjoy having conversation about things I enjoy, and then I know that others are enjoying as well. We can enjoy it together. Let's have a great conversation, and that's that. But I definitely know if I feel like it's not going a certain way, I'll stop. I will pull back. I will walk away. I will cut you off and act like we've never met each other in our entire lives, and that's okay. That may be the Virgo part, but yeah, I think introverts deserve grace and understanding certain levels of being, because again, I can be, I want to go out, go on a trip, party, dance, do all that type of stuff, and then I will not want to see you for 2 months, 2 quarters. And that's just what that is. But I enjoy the company of people. I enjoy friendships. I enjoy love. I enjoy being with people, but sometimes you gotta cut that shit off. And that's how I be feeling. Shouts out to all my introverts out there. Got your back. We out here in the community, as Tony Baker would say. So, we're whole people with whole experiences that don't look necessarily one way, right?